Hey, so in this video, we're going to go through the quadrants of graph and how angles are calculated on a graph and how to use SOHCAHTOA on these graphs. So we have, let's just say a graph like this. This is our y and our x. And then we have some point here, and this point is just x and y. And we're going to draw a line to it. And we're going to say there's an angle in between that, and that's theta. So if we drew a line all the way down, it's starting to look like a triangle. So this has the length of x, because this is x right here, and this has the length of y, because it goes up like that. So in this, we'll just call r. So we know from Pythagoras' theorem that r squared equals x squared plus y squared. We can calculate this r, we can just say is the square root of x squared plus y squared. And we know it's always going to be positive because r has to be positive. So we have this. This is kind of handy. But now what if we wanted to know the cos of theta of this? Well, the cos of theta is the adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is equal to x over r. The sine of theta is going to be the opposite, this side, the opposite of theta, so y over r. And then the tangent of theta is going to be the opposite over the adjacent, so y over x. Okay, so now we have all our trig. Now, let's say we want to determine the quadrants. So let's just go through and we're going to make all the arrows. This is positive y and negative y, x and negative x. So in here, we know that x and y are positive. So if we look at these trig ratios, x and y are all positive. So all my trig signs are going to be positive here. Now if I go to this quadrant, it's going to be x is negative and y is positive. So if I look at that, well, x is negative, so cos is negative. Y is positive, so sine is positive. And x is negative, so tan is negative, because there's a negative there. So then I'll put an s for my sine. We go down to this one, x and y are negative. So if we look at these, that's going to be x here, so that's cos is negative, y is negative, so sine's negative, but x and y, both of these are negative. So that's two negatives to cancel out, so we get a tangent. And then in this one, we have our y is negative and our x is positive. So x cos is positive, y negative, so sine's negative, y, so tan's negative, so the cos. So in this case, what we can do is just make an acronym for this. So in general, I learned it as all students take calculus. Okay, so now we'll do one more graph, and we're going to calculate how we do this. So let's say we have this. So we know, let's actually go all the way around. So we know a circle has 360 degrees. So we start here at 0, and we work our way around. This is then 180 degrees. This halfway between is 90 degrees. So that's right at the top. And down here is 270 degrees. So that's how you calculate all your trig ratios and how an angle operates in this, and also where your trig ratios are going to be positive. So if this is all positive, sine's positive, tangent's positive, cos is positive.